small introduction to this Revit. Okay. Now Revit, you know, is one of the emerging software packages that we have in the world, right? So we know AutoCAD. The thing that I want to say is Revit is not a software package that we use for 3D modeling, 3D designing or 3D modeling. Okay, it's much more sophisticated than that. Okay, before 2014, as I can remember, there were three software packages: Revit Architecture, Revit Structure, and Revit MEP. After that, they have moved to one software package called Revit, where they have the architectural options, structural options, and mechanical options as well, services as well. Okay, and the beauty of this is now there's this concept called building information modeling. You might have heard that. I'm not sure whether you have learned that. Building information modeling is a concept where, for example, countries like Singapore. Now, what we do in Sri Lanka is we for approvals for the local governments, we print a hard copy, maybe 3 copies with the book. We fill it and submit and get the approval for the 2D drawing. In countries like Singapore, what they do is they expect this BIM model, building information modeling, that model. Okay, this saves a hell of a lot of cost, hell of a lot of time, because the beauty of this is a single model can be modified by all the parties involved. The client has his privileges, architect has his privileges, structural engineer has his privileges. So the conflicts between architects and structural engineers and maybe the contractors, the construction issues. Now, what practically happens is there are beams when the services go on only, they understand that there are beams. Now they have to cut the beam or they have to bend it and go on. These are software packages that we use to avoid those circumstances. Okay, it's a very strong concept, right? Building information modeling is somewhat the world is moving towards now. Okay, the platform that the Autodesk have developed is very strong. There's another thing called Midas, a Korean-based company. They are also doing the same thing. What they're trying to do is take everything together and build one particular model for everything. Structural design, the detailing, and the architectural designs, and the BOQ can also be taken by this. The services, the optimization of services, and energy thing, right? Everything can be done by this. Okay, this is a very sophisticated software package and easy to use software package, which you have to have some idea. Okay, when we open the software, there's this window. Some people have these two only. You can see my screen, right? Yes. And if you have installed it properly with templates and content libraries, you get these other options as well. Okay, these are templates. Template means, for example, AutoCAD before 2010, 2007, and 2004, the popular versions, when we started drawing, we had to define units and give drawing limits. From 2010 onwards, they have stopped that. They have developed a thing called templates. The units are there, or the other basic things are there. So this is a construction template. This is the architectural template. That doesn't mean that if you go for construction template, you can't create architecture template. You can change units, you can change the levels. The difference between these two is architectural templates, you have ground floor, first floor, second floor, like that, the floor levels. Construction template, you have the footing bottom level, the footing top level, the finished floor level, all those additional layers are available. Okay, architectural template can be developed, then you can add levels, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, it's easy if we use a correct template. It's easy if we use a correct template. Okay, so normally a project starts with this architectural template, right? And there's this ribbon interface. Autodesk has moved this ribbon interface like Office. The SAP 2000, you have tab interface where you press on a tab, you get a menu. Here you have a ribbon. It's expanded. I have installed this just a while ago, so it may take a little time. And there are these options. This is the ribbon interface. Architecture tab, all the things that you need in architecture stuff are here. Right? And another thing that I forgot to tell was, sorry, there was a thing called families. I can't close this and come back again. Below the templates, there was a thing called families. In AutoCAD, we all know that there are things called blocks. Though you have a block, you don't draw by lines and the quarter circles and create a door. That you can do. Normally, we have blocks. Okay, the counterpart of blocks in Revit is this families. We call them families. Okay, the doors, it's a family. You can add them. Okay, windows, there's a family. You can add them. Right? The chairs, the desks, the computers, the kitchen accessories, everything are there as families. You can download uh, and use as you wish. What the B1 students have done in the drawing that have shown in the set of photos that I have shown you is that they have downloaded. There are thousands of templates. There's a thing called Revit City, and the Autodesk themselves upload to a site. The manufacturers upload them because this is a marketable, heavily used software in the world. Okay, in the main window we have these tabs. Okay, I have just installed, so you have to have these tabs, and these two are very important. One thing is project browser, the other thing is properties. Sorry, other thing is properties. Project browser is basically the navigation panel. Okay, where you want to go. Normally in AutoCAD, we can't draw walls unless it's 3D. It's very tedious. We draw lines. Here, if we draw a wall, let's say I'm drawing a wall, for example, say I'm drawing a wall. Okay, east. If you go to east view, that wall is there. This is a wall. Okay, we draw 3D directly. This is the wall. If you go to the north view, the wall is there. We draw 3D directly. That doesn't mean that Revit is a 3D drawing software. That's only one aspect of that. The browser is that's what I wanted to say. The browser is a place where you can navigate. If you want to go to level 1, you can go to level 1, level 2, east view, north view, like that. If I go to plan view again, and there are these four odd shapes. These are like cameras. Those are like cameras. If you want to go see east view, what you see from this position is seen. This is north, east, south, and west. If you go east, you can see that. From that position, what you can see is there. You delete this, you can see the east view like that. In that case, you can add the item. Okay. So project browser is that. This is the place where you navigate. So you can have elevations, you can have floor plans, you can have ceiling plans, And if you want to have schedules, Joe window schedules, if you want to have brickwork quantities and all, you can have that. If you want to create drawings, you can have that. This is for that. The families that you have imported like that, right? You can define sheets like that. Sheet is basically the A2 or A3 or A4, the sheet that we define. Okay, the project browser. And the other important thing is its properties. I press on that wall, all the wall properties are here. Okay, all the wall properties are here. If I add a window somewhere, so I'm adding a window there. I press on the window, all the window properties are here. Okay, normally we keep those two items active all the time. So if you want to make a modification to this wall, can press in the properties, you have all the wall properties. You can get even more properties. Everything can be defined there. So those two things are needed. Okay. If we don't have any of them, we can go to this View tab. Let's say I don't have the project browser. User interface, you can click on this project browser. You have these two. So this window, these four camera like things, and these two are needed to work with Revit. If you don't have them, you should be able to add that. Okay. And another basic thing, as Nishadi told the other day, okay, if you want to change units, the basic, the high level stuff, we can go to this manage tab where if you need to change the units, you can change that. You can change the project name and those the high level things you can change here. Okay. And there's this top you have open, you have save. I'm not drawing anything. I'm just letting you familiarize with the interface, right? So here we can add sections. The beauty of this is, let's say we remove a column in AutoCAD, we have to remove column in the plan new, the front elevation, the section, everything. Here we draw a 3D one directly. So if you delete a column, it will be updated everywhere automatically. So the sections that you need to take can be taken here like that. And here you have a set of options, the scale, the weave. You can go through them leisurely, right? Get familiarized with this interface first. You need to get familiarized with this interface first, right? If you want to see a 3D view, you can press on this house like that. You want to go to the plan view again, here. 3D also is here. The project browser, the properties, the normal window, and those are the important things that we need to have an understanding if we are starting to work with Revit. Without that, the interface is not that familiar, so it's not that easy to work. Okay. Uh, so I haven't drawn anything like that. Uh, and there's this important thing. There's this X mark, right? I haven't signed it yet. X mark is the App Store. It's like Google Play Store or the Apple App Store or like that. You press on that. I'm not sure whether I'll be redirected there. You can download thousands of apps there. The apps, if you want to take a measurement, you can have. It's customizable. Whatever you add will be here. Remember last time Nishadi had the Lumion, the rendering view like that. So you can add whatever you need there. Okay, so those are the basic stuff that we need to start working with Revit. So there are these tabs: architecture, it's Revit architecture, this is Revit structure, this is Revit MEP. These are the external links and all. If you can import an AutoCAD drawing and draw on top of that, this is annotating. You can add dimensions and all, right? This is the load analysis and all that you can do here as well, but we don't normally recommend that. And the important thing is the model that we have here can be exported to SAP 2000 and do the analysis there. That's also support. Okay, and the site elements, contours and everything. This is the work sharing space where the architect and the structural engineer, they can have this view, manage, add-ins and modify. Like if you press wall, you can make the modification there. Okay, so as I told you, get familiarized with this interface first. Draw something like even if it is the rash, you can draw. You can draw houses, whatever. This is intuitive. If you get familiarized with the interface, you don't need the rocket science knowledge to do this. Since you all know AutoCAD, I'm not expecting you to not to know AutoCAD. You can go through, you understand this stuff. Only thing is we need to get familiarized with this interface. Otherwise, because this is very easy, much easier than SketchUp. Only competitor for this is there was this Autodesk architecture that they have developed. Only competitor to this is that because construction based, AutoCAD is general. Okay, so get familiarized with this. What I said was this interface, these tabs, top, this project browser and properties. You can try to make the modifications and like that. This is the main navigation panel. So get familiarized with this interface. We'll do a project like what we do SAP 2000. We'll take a plan and draw it on SAP. That's what I prefer.